Today we present Randy Brantley. A couple months ago, an individual named Richard Couty was sent to us by somebody that sees him and his friends at a yearly Vietnam veterans reunion, both in Indiana and down in Florida. Well, when we went down the rabbit hole called Richard Couty, it turns out almost all, if not all, of his Special Forces friends are also frauds. Everybody we clicked on, we saw red flags, got their records, and they were never Green Berets. So eventually we're going to get them all up on here. But here's one of them. His name's Randy Brantley. We called him. He said 5th Group and 1st Army Intel have him on a tight lip, and he hung up on us. Well, we called him back and suggested why it would be in his best interest if he allowed us to talk to him, and I guess he agreed, because what follows is a second call after he hung up where we talked about 18 minutes or so, and he waffles back and forth about him being a Green Beret, and then admits that he wasn't, but he didn't see a problem with it. He didn't see a problem with wearing a CIB or Purple Heart either. He said he wasn't hurting anybody. So without further ado, here's Randy Brantley when he hung up on us, followed by the longer call, and you could see the article on him along with all the other frauds we've exposed over the years on our website, guardiansofthegreenberet.com. We'll have a link in the description below out here.
Damn.
Hey, Randy.
Who is this?
Yeah, this is Steve Anson, Guardians of the Green Beret. We're getting ready to do an article on you and wanted to offer you the opportunity for you to comment.
Well, I'm not supposed to give out any information at all, what I've done, where I've been.
Okay.
Right now, 5th Group Headquarters has got me on a tight lip, and 1st Army Intelligence has got me on a tight lip.
Okay, I understand that.
I'm not saying nothing to nobody.
Well, you don't have to. Let me tell you what the article's going to say. It's going to call you a fraud because you were a jackhammer operator. We have your records. You were in Korea. You were never in Vietnam. You did not earn a CIB or anything that you wear. You just MACV-SOG, CCN, Vietnam, and that is that. Now here's the second call with him where we went a little bit more in depth on his lies and his waffling. Don't forget to check out guardiansofthegreenberet.com on all the other frauds we've exposed over the years out here.
Yeah.
Hey, Randy, this is Steve Anson, Guardians.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Before you hung up on me, I was going to ask you, we have your actual legit records that show you as a quarryman and a jackhammer operator.
No.
Well, you were a 62 Golf, and, I guess your related civilian occupation was jackhammer, but your MOS was 62 Golf, a quarryman, and secondary is a concrete paver. 62 Hotel. I could tell you your duty stations. You did serve in Korea. It was not the Korean War. You don't have a CIB. You don't have jump wings or any jump wings. You're not airborne.
Why are you doing this to me and my family?
Well, I guess you go to a Vietnam veterans reunion somewhere in Indiana and Melbourne, Florida. And some of those guys reached out. Do you know a guy named, what's his name, Couty Bug and Gordon? I have pictures of you guys together. And I guess that guy named Couty, they call him Couty Bug. He has a cousin that moved down to either Nicaragua or something. Do you know those guys who I'm talking about?
No, that's Mac.
Yeah.
Moved down to Nicaragua.
Yeah. All of those guys, every one of you guys, and that guy named Gordon, that all of you guys that parade around in Green Berets, none of you are. Not one. I talked to Couty on the phone, and he admitted he was a fraud, and that his buddy that moved down to Nicaragua, He was not a SEAL. He was not a Green Beret. He was in the Marines for 3 years. And you have a CIB, aviation, wings, airborne wings, a Purple Heart. You weren't in combat. 5th group, you got a 46 flash on your beret, Vietnam.
Yeah, I served under Arthur. But go ahead.
Well, you and I both know, beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Well, why you want to do this to me after 40 years? Just with my son and.
Well, the thing about it, it's not after 40 years. You guys go down to these veteran reunions yearly. You're claiming to be a staff sergeant. I think you, let me look at your records. I have them here. I think you ETS the E4, correct?
No.
Yeah, Spec 4. Randall Eugene Brantley. Discharge Spec 4.
I'm asking you, why are you putting us through all this?
Well, we haven't put
I'm not hurting nobody.
Yeah, you're claiming to be a Green Beret. You're hurting everybody who...
I'm not hurting nobody.
You're hurting everybody that earned the right to call themselves a Green Beret legitimately. You can't go out and buy a $12 beret and pretend you're a Green Beret without completing the Special Forces qualification course and earning the right to wear the Green Beret. You're wearing a Purple Heart ribbon on your ribbon rack. You got a MAC-V SOG patch on there, 5th group patch, 46th company.
Right, out of Thailand, that's right.
Yeah, Vietnam, and you earned none of those. You were a concrete paver, 62 hotel, and a quarryman, 62 golf. Beyond a shadow of a doubt, I have your records in my hand as we speak. I could tell you your dates of service if you want. Okay?
I understand that, but who gave you permission to get my records?
Nobody. We're allowed to legally. It's called the Freedom of Information Act. If you look on our website, we've probably exposed 100.
I don't have a computer, though. So what do you do after that?
Well, we'd like you to admit and apologize to those that have earned the right to... Why did you just start claiming...
But what happens after that?
Why did you start pretending to be a Green Beret?
Do what?
Why did you start pretending to be a Green Beret?
Well, I was trying to impress my kids at first.
Yeah, well, I mean, can't you just impress them by being a good dad?
Oh, yeah, I'm a good dad, too.
You could have told them that you served as a quarryman and a concrete paver, and you served honorably. Isn't that enough?
Yeah, but you know how most people are. You know,
no, I don't.
A lot of them.
I don't, because I don't lie like that.
Yeah,
Question.
What's going to happen now? What's going to happen now?
Well,
I'm not supposed to say anything.
Listen, you and I both know that 5th group line that you said the first time I called. What'd you say, 5th group and 1st Army Intelligence or whatever it was? That's all ridiculous.
Yeah.
No, please. You and I both know it's a lie. And for you to pretend that while we're having this adult conversation is ridiculous. Okay? You're under no obligation. 5th group has not told you anything. You were never in 5th group. You were never in 46th. I just told you what you were in. You were in like 13th. What were you in? 13th Engineer Company.
I want to know how far this is going to go.
Can you agree to stop pretending to be a Green Beret?
Yes, I can. So,
okay.
Can you leave me alone?
Well, we never bother people. I was after your admission, which I just got, and we will add that to the article, okay? And
yeah, but don't put it out there and all my friends and stuff. I'm not only involved with them.
Sadly, and I appreciate the professional dialogue, sadly we have to. Because if we didn't tell your friends and your Vietnam reunion buddies, a question, and I got way off track. You, Gordon, Couty, and Max that moved down to Nicaragua, how did you guys all find each other? Because none of you are Green Berets. How did you guys, do you guys have like a secret signal, far recognition signal where posers know each other? because none of you were Green Berets, and you guys all latched onto each other and wore Special Forces costumes pretending you're one of us for decades. The guy that reached out to
anybody.
What?
It doesn't hurt anybody. Don't hurt nobody.
How does it benefit anybody? You were not in MACV-SOG. You were not at E6.
I'm just saying it doesn't hurt anybody.
It sure as hell does. It hurts every single person, every family member, anybody who is associated with Special Forces that earned the right, the legitimate right. How don't you understand that? You're not one of us. You're not one of us. You're playing freaking Halloween. You're playing dress up. You're not a Green Beret.
All you do is just leave me alone, and I'll quit.
You have to quit for you to have the audacity to say it's not a big, well, what's it hurt anybody? Give me a break, dude.
All I got is my son left at home, and he's very impressionable, and I just don't want to hurt nobody.
Well, you brought this on yourself.
But you're gonna hurt me and my family.
You can't blame us for telling the truth and correcting a lie.
Oh,
the guys
that's fine, but I just don't want it to go no further, and I'll quit.
We're glad you're going to quit. However, we have to tell the people at the Vietnam reunion that you go to, so when they see you, or if they see you show up in a Green Beret, a 5th Group, 46th Company, any type of airborne wings, because you're not airborne, a CIB, any of that stuff. You wear a CIB and a Purple Heart.
Okay, but, I just don't want my family hurt, that's all.
Well, when you think about it, whose fault is it? Is it our fault for telling the truth, or your fault for creating the lie?
No, it might be my fault, but I'm just saying, you don't have to go any further than that. I'll quit.
Well, we're going to post you on the website. That's what we do. We have to do what we do.
You don't have to do that if I quit.
Well, no, we do have to do that, or you would not quit. Nobody gets a free pass. How long have you done this? 30 years? The guy says you've showed up at the reunion for 30, he said decades, plural.
Do what now?
How long have you been showing up at the Vietnam Veterans Reunion? You're not even a Vietnam veteran. How can you show up? How did they let you in the gate? There's so much wrong with what you're doing.
They're all veteran reunions if you're a war veteran or not.
Well, the guy told me it was a Vietnam veteran reunion for Vietnam veterans. The one in Indiana and the one in Melbourne.
Well, everybody goes there, even though they're not combat veterans, too. They, show up for the camaraderie, that's all.
Oh, well, that I can understand, but why do you wear a Purple Heart and CIB?
I haven't got no uniforms or nothing.
But on your leather vest, you wear a combat infantry badge and Purple Heart.
Where do you get this from? Where do you get it from?
I have pictures of you wearing it. These pictures were sent to us, and we find them on social media.
Pictures?
Yes, I have you in a 5th Group Beret with your leather vest, a combat infantry badge.
I'm saying, who would be taking pictures?
I got about 20 pictures of you. And you and Couty, and you and Max, and you and Gordon. You're sitting there arm in arm with Max and Couty, all three of you wearing fake Green Beret and fake awards on your vests. You guys are comic book characters. What the hell? All three of you are posers.
Let it go at that.
Well, we're going to let it go. We're going to post it on our website, though, and send it to the reunion down in Melbourne.
Well, do what you got to do.
When is it? The end of this month? You going to show up?
Well, yeah, I was, yeah.
All right. Hey, don't wear a Green Beret or CIB, Purple Heart, or anything, because I am going to send the article to the individual that reached out to us. He already has your records, and I'm going to send him what we talked about.
Send it to who? What's his name so I can talk to him?
I'll reach out to him and ask him if he wants to call you, and if he wants to talk to you, I'll give him your phone number.
All right.
But you could see the pictures. I have you and Couty's son. I have you and Gordon. I have you and your son. I have you and like 8 guys all wearing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 guys wearing berets. I think all 6 of you are posers. Here's one about 8 or 9 guys. I think you're all posers. You and Couty are in the dead center. That might be Gordon in between you guys. He wasn't a Green Beret. Couty wasn't a Green Beret. Max isn't a Green Beret or SEAL or whatever the hell he wears a little bit of everything.
Well, he got locked up for murder down there in South America.
Yeah, I know. It's probably karma coming back to bite him in the ass for being a liar.
Well, you don't have to be so mean about it. You know, things can be forgiven and forgot, and I'm not going to do it. Why y'all got to be so mean?
Well, here you are in a T-shirt, Green Beret, anything, anytime, and a ball cap that says a Vietnam veteran. It has a Special Forces shoulder sleeve insignia and has some campaign ribbons. That hat is a lie. You're not a Vietnam veteran. You never wore the shoulder sleeve insignia, and you're not a Green Beret. Oh, hell, you're wearing a gold necklace with a Special Forces crest on it. I saw Couty with the same necklace. Did you guys order them together?
No, he got me one.
I figured. Well, you should probably melt that because you're not qualified to wear that.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a picture of you also. It has a shoulder sleeve insignia, airborne tab, Special Forces tab, and then above that has a Ranger tab. I'm surprised nobody's called you out on that. I got that off your son's Facebook page. Those tabs are out of order. I can't believe nobody on earth has called you out on that already.
You got that off my son?
Yeah, off your son's page. He does not know. We have not reached out to him, and I told you if you took our call, we were not going to reach out to him, and I'm not going to. Okay? I'm not reaching out.
Thank you very much.
I'm not reaching out to him, but he did have a picture of you with your fake patch on and him and Gordon at a table together, which I was able to snag. It's so confusing why you guys do this. But you need to throw that vest out. There's nothing on that entire vest, not one thing on that vest that you've earned. You're not going to throw it out, are you?
Do what?
You're not going to throw it out, are you?
Well, no, I'm gonna keep it at home.
Yeah, not what?
I'm gonna keep it at home. I ain't wearing it.
But why keep it when nothing on there was earned?
It's memorabilia, I guess.
Yep. Well, we're wasting our time here.
So I'm not allowed to go to Melbourne no more?
You can do whatever you want, but everybody there's going to know you're a fraud.
Yeah, well, I got a lot of good friends down there, and so does Bug, too. And we all love each other no matter what.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, you guys got some type of secret fraud handshake then, because he's a fraud too. I got his phone.
I'm just saying, you know, we got our friends are good enough, and they're not worried about this. The ones I hang out with,
I don't think Couty Bug is going to show up because everybody already knows he's a fraud. He's on our website. He's been on our website for a while now.
Has he?
Yeah, and that's what happened. Somebody sent him to us, and I started clicking on his pictures. There's a lot of pictures of you on his Facebook, and every time I clicked on another picture of him standing next to a Green Beret, it turns out they were a fraud. It was the biggest, deepest rabbit hole I ever fell into when it came to posers and frauds and wannabes. Every single one of you guys that hung around Couty and Max and Gordon, you had one big secret club that were all fake Green Berets.
We didn't know who was what. You know, all we knew was we had good camaraderie together and everything. None of that. We didn't know about each other.
Well, it's amazing how you guys magnetized towards each other. I don't even know the right word, how four to eight guys found each other and all told fake stories to each other.
I'm not going to admit any more anything about anything. You go ahead and do what you want to do. All you're doing is destroying lives, trying to destroy lives. That's all you're doing.
No, we're not. I'm sorry. We're just trying to correct a lie and tell the truth.
Well, you're just trying to destroy lives in people's families and friends.
Hey, we wouldn't ever.
We never hurt nobody. Hurt nobody.
We wouldn't be having this conversation if you would have lived an honorable life and told the truth and didn't pretend to be one of us.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, I appreciate the phone call. We'll let you go.
All right.
All right, out here.
Now you can go to guardiansofthegreenberet.com and see his records and all the other fakes, frauds, and phonies we've exposed over the years.